This is Friends of the Program, where sports, culture, and creativity collide. From the courts to the boardroom, we dive deep into the game. The music, the movies, the culture, and the moves that shape the world. Whether it's the latest in hoops, hip-hop, classic crime flicks, or the hustle behind the scenes, we've got you covered. Get ready to be inspired, entertained, and motivated. This is more than a podcast. It's our lifestyle.
We ready to go?
Hey, yo, Ness.
Ready? Let's go.
Let's go.
Yo, what up, what up? It's your boy Ness, Friends of the Program, Season 3, episode number 24. This is the Kobe episode. And I have with me a big Kobe fan. For those of you guys that don't know, as you should already know, but those that don't, this is my boy Alex Soto. He runs Pantone 294. And the way I like to call it is probably like the biggest travel agency for Dodger fans.
I'd like to call it the biggest Dodger family out there.
So the biggest Dodger family out there. Man, hey, thank you, my brother, for making it. I know you drove from L.A.
Took me like 3 hours, bro.
Yeah, I know it took you.
It went through the mountains.
It took you on a shortcut
I
that
was
you weren't supposed to go on.
I came lightheaded, bro. I was gonna pass. I was gonna pull over, bro. It was that bad.
Damn, you don't like driving on.
I'm a passenger princess, bro. Like I let people drive my car all the time because I don't like driving.
Yeah, I hate driving too, man. Especially on roads like that. The good thing is today was sunny out there, and I don't know. You probably didn't have no traffic. No traffic, right?
Man.
It's just those windy roads in the mountains, man. It's a mission, man. But thank you for making it, man.
Thanks for having me.
And man, it's so crazy to me, bro. Like, I've known you for a couple years now. I do a lot of artwork for him. We work together, and I like his style because it's a brainstorming style. Every time we're on the phone, we get to talking and we get each other hyped up about designs and concepts and whatnot.
It's kind of like I give you the idea and you just put it together.
I put it together and we go back and forth until we get it right, and sometimes it's right at like on the first try, but I like that. And I always tell my clients and my customers, I said, give me as much feedback and direction, as possible.
It took a while, right? I think when we first started, we said, let's work there. Let's mold each other so that we can match and be in sync. And it took a couple months, but I think we're at the point where I give you a concept and you almost nail it on the first time.
Right. Yeah. And it's one of those things where it just, it's coming from you. The direction is coming from you. So it makes it a lot easier. So you get your artwork faster. And then you can put it out there.
It took a while, though, bro, because I told you, stop using red.
Oh, yeah.
And, obviously with the Dodgers, that's just
what it was, bro?
Red.
And I don't know why, but maybe I'm such a Clipper fan, bro, and I got to add that red in there. But I know
that's what it is, right,
man? And the Dodger fans hate the Clippers, bro. But it is what it is, man. But thank you for being here, bro.
Oh, thank you. You know what? Something that people don't got to know is that we work late at night. It's like we'll have meetings like 11 o'clock for like an hour, midnight, and it's like we're brainstorming.
I feel those are the best times too.
Yeah, man. It's like you've had the whole day to think about the design. I'm like, I gotta talk to Nez at 11 o'clock. Sometimes like 11:30.
Yep.
And then you deliver. You always deliver.
Yeah, man. Hey, well, thank you, man. Thank you for that. And I want to jump into this, man. Pantone 294, right? How in the hell? Because I even before I met you, I used to see it on Instagram, right? I'm like, damn, this is crazy. Like, there's a company out there that's making fans go to different places and travel, whether it's on a bus or on an airplane, hotels, parties, the game and everything. Like, how did that whole concept, how did that, and I already know because we've talked, but for the people that don't know who you are, how did that come about, bro?
Well, there's two things. One, I love sports. I just grew up playing soccer, I was blessed to see the Lakers and Kobe and Shaq during the 2000s, USC with Pete Carroll, Reggie Bush, and I love to travel. Do you remember Anthony Bourdain? He just passed away, rest in peace.
With the food, right?
Yeah, we used to, So I would watch it, I'd be like, man, I want to go there. I want to go there. So when I started traveling, I started traveling China by myself, I went to New Zealand by myself, I went to Brazil by myself.
How do you like that, bro? Like traveling by yourself?
I'll tell you this. When I travel, I don't like staying at 5-star hotels. I don't like eating at fancy restaurants.
You can, but you just don't want to.
I can, but I'm bougie. I'm bougie as fuck, bro. But when I travel, I love to stay where the locals stay. I want to try the culture, the food, the caipirinhas in Brazil. I love experiencing what the locals feel like. And throughout traveling, we're blessed, bro. We live in California. We're blessed. We're spoiled. Once you start traveling to all these other countries, you're like, fuck. Like, we have it easy. We have hot water, clean water, the restaurant situation, the food. Yeah. I've been parts in the world where the same people eat chicken and eggs the whole day, every day,
breakfast, lunch, and
everything.
Damn.
You know, and like we have options, especially living in LA.
Yeah.
I could go to 30, 40, 50 different type of restaurants every day, and they're all gonna be different. You know, it's one of those things that I combined my passion for sports and travel, and I make, you know, that's Pantone. You know, it's not something different, right? People travel, people go to games, but I just decided to combine it. And look, I'm not the first person to start a supporter group. I'm not the first one to start a travel group, and I'm not gonna be the last one. But I was the first one who did it the right way.
Right. And I see that because, bro, like the following, man. You know what I mean?
It's
like
crazy, man.
Yeah,
it's
like
crazy.
and to me, I'm sitting there like, this dude is putting all this together.
It's a lot of work, bro. It's a lot of work, and it takes a lot of people.
And then you do everything a la carte too, right? Like where some people can.
So here's the thing: the Pantone's not just in LA. Pantone's nationwide, even worldwide. I just had someone who bought a hat from Germany like 20 minutes ago. It's one of those things that we have fans in Boston, Miami, Texas, Seattle, Portland, Arizona, everywhere,
And
bro.
That's one thing I noticed. Like, I've always been a Dodger fan, you know, but I've never been a Dodger fan, and I'm becoming more of a Dodger fan now because working with you. That's one thing I noticed. Dodger fans
we're everywhere,
man.
Everywhere,
dude. And even like just watching the parade, and you're like, I know they said there was over 100,000 people, but it was more, like way more than that. Man.
There's more,
way more than that. How was? Let's get back to it though. But how did the idea for Pantone? Right. I guess you know you love to travel, and you love sports. Why baseball? And where, like, how did it happen for you?
So it's easy, right? So a lot of people always ask, how did Pantone start, right? I mean, I could give you the short version, the long version. Let's go with the long version. I grew up poor, really poor, and going to Laker games was just not an option. Going to football games at the Coliseum, I'm a Raider fan, so like going to Coliseum, not allowed to go to.
Wait, hold on. Are you a typical like LA fan? Like, are you Lakers, Dodgers, Raiders, USC?
Correct.
Typical, and yeah,
it's not typical, but that's where I'm from, right?
Right, but you know, like
how am I gonna be a Clipper fan? You know, Clippers suck. I don't know how you're a Clipper fan
suck.
anyway.
Yeah,
you know, but like, I mean, yeah, I'm your typical, you know, born and raised in LA, right? When I was growing up, the Raiders were in town. I used to watch the Raiders on TV. Again, we're poor. I should take the bus. You know, there'd be commitment to excellence. Just win inside the MTA. So become a naturally, I became a Raider fan, even though they sucked, right? Yeah. So going Dodger games was a lot more affordable. You know. It's a family event.
Right,
you know,
right.
you could take in food, you could take in drinks as long as they're sealed. So grabbing to the Latino community, especially when Fernando was on board, it's like you naturally just became a Dodger fan. So it's one of those things that when I was in the pavilions, I had season tickets. I was able to afford season tickets. I was 18, 19, 21, 22, something like that, right? And one of my friends was like, hey, we should go watch the Dodgers in San Francisco. All right, cool, let's go. Put it together. I'm like, well, why me? He's like, well, you don't work. It was like, I used to
work. You say you don't work?
You don't work. So I used to be an engineer.
Damn, you don't work and you had season tickets?
No, so I used to be an engineer for a 99-cent only store where I would design the warehouse and the stores. And I just had a lot of free time, bro. Like if I would get a project, now I could say this because they're out of business. Yeah. But I'd get a project and I know it would probably take me a week. I'd be the first one in, no lunch, no break, last one out. I'd get it done in 2 days. That man, I had 4 days free. Right? And then projects started getting bigger. Something that probably took me a month, I would drag it like 7, 8 months. And like I just had a lot of free time, right? So I got College Giants. I got 56 tickets just because of bus fit 56. I posted the tickets online and MySpace, and tickets sold like in 20 minutes. We went to San Francisco. This is September 12, 2009. The Dodgers won 9-1. There was home runs by Karen, Brunson Martin, James Loney. For Carl had a door. Like it was just a massive. Like we won. It was dope experience, right? So the following year we did it again. Let me
ask you this: the first game, the first one you put together, right? If the Dodgers would have lost, let's say the score would have been the opposite, what would have happened? You think you would have done it next year?
Of course. So let me tell you this. So people always ask me, I've never been on a trip. Which game should I go to? I always say go to San Francisco. Win or lose, San Francisco, every game's a playoff atmosphere experience. Whether you win or lose, San Francisco's always a dope time. So if you've never been on a trip with Pantone, I'd recommend go to San Francisco because it's always a dope. We could lose by 10 runs. And the experience is dope because San Francisco, the fans hate LA. It's the first pitch, last pitch is like beat LA and like boo and like it's crazy. San Francisco's always crazy. So no, who knows, right? It might have been different, but I think good thing they won.
Right.
So then, and this is during the McCourt era. This is when fans were going to the games. This is when there was no one on the road. Look, I've been traveling for the Dodger games for the past 16 years. Back then, you'd hardly see a Dodger fan away. I remember I went to Yankee Stadium 2010. I was told not to wear my Dodger hat. Oh, you're going to get jumped. They're going to kick your ass. I'm like, I'm from the hood. I'm from HP. You know, like, no pasa nada.
Yeah.
I went, I had a good time. No one had issues with me. And now if you go to the away stadiums, 20, 30, 40% of the stadiums Dodger blue. It's crazy how it started, right? But going back to how it started back in 2013, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook was kind of popping, social media, right? So I wanted to come up with the name, something that said Dodgers without saying Dodgers, right? And coming up with the name took 3 months. It was the whole nother story on how the name came up, right? So, but I was in the shower. I was trying to get I was gonna go get a haircut. I needed a Dodger hat, and I was like, I wonder what the official color of the Dodger. And I stopped. I didn't even shower.
Yeah.
I turned the water off. I put the towel. I straight to the computer. Official color of the Dodger, Pantone 294. Pantone 294. Photoshop the quick logo. Boom, there it is.
Damn, and
you're a designer, right? So as soon as you saw
it happens.
Pantone,
it happens, man. I mean, I've been on the same where you're doing something and it just sparks, and you're like, stop everything.
Yeah.
Let me get in front of the computer. So it was these 4 trips, the 2 or 3 trips that you made up north. It's what gave you the idea, like, damn,
I have a business here. Yeah,
I have something here.
It was never intended to be a business. It was just intended to be friends and family. But then that's what sparked. And then we started doing trips in 2014. First trip was May 17, 2014. Second was June 15 at San Diego, and then San Francisco again. So we started doing the local trips, right? As the group, social media started growing. And it wasn't until 2016 when we took over Yankee Stadium, 2016, that kind of just put us on the map.
Nice. Is that the game where
we did the roll call? That's the
roll
roll call and the flag. Yeah.
Right. I'm not even gonna ask you because I already know you're not gonna tell us, but it's crazy to me how you guys got that
well
flag.
Now I could say it used to be G34 classified. Now it's not. Now it's declassified. So it was actually 4 pieces. And we had a zipper professionally made. It wasn't just a Mickey Mouse, you put a zipper. No, it was professionally put in 4 pieces. We would sneak it into the stadiums, 4 different bags. It was a blanket. It was a blanket.
Oh, all right.
So once inside, we go to the restroom and in the suites, we just, there was someone in charge of the flags. I'm not going to say who. But I had a coordinator just for the flag.
That's fucking crazy.
But here's the thing. Imagine we would have brought it out and it's backwards.
Oh yeah, that would have been all bad, bro. That would have. So probably Pantone wouldn't be around, probably.
Yeah,
bro.
we would have been canceled. But now, obviously, most of the stadiums do not allow it. Every stadium has always said don't bring it. So I don't want to burn the bridge. Why am I going to bring it? And then you tell me not to, and then so that means you're just not going to sell me tickets. So I'd rather it's kind of retired.
Right. So moving forward, right now, like the relationships you built with these teams, right? The stadiums. Are they cool with you saying like I need 2,500 tickets, I need 5,000 tickets?
Believe it or not, my best relationship is with the Angels and the Giants.
Damn.
They whatever I want, I get. The relationship. We don't email, we don't call, we text. Hey, I need X amount of tickets on this day. Done. I don't. It's so easy. A lot of people always ask me, what's the best team to work with? The Angels and the Giants.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Some of the biggest the rivals.
Yeah, they're the best ones. They always take care of me.
Which one has been your favorite trip, bro? Like the trip where you were like just amazed at just how everything worked out and just the atmosphere, the vibe, and everything.
So I think it probably have to be the recent 2024 Yankee trip, right? Going back to 2016, we took 1,300 people. We maxed out 4 hotels. We had a yacht on the Hudson River. the Dodgers won. We took out the flag. Home runs by Puig, by Justin Turner. That's Miami. So it was one of those things that, like, man, we're never going to top this.
Right.
8 years later, we go, look, I get the chills just talking about it.
That's when it's dope.
No,
when you say something, bro, after saying it, and I'm pretty sure you said it plenty of times, but every single time you probably get the chills.
All the time, bro. And then so we go to Yankee Stadium in June 2024, a couple months ago. We took 5,000 people. I mean, it's all over social media. We had a police escort. The Yankees didn't sell me tickets.
I seen that.
They sold me tickets and they took them back. Then they gave me tickets and they took them back. Then they only gave me 500 and then 1,000. And that's a whole different conversation, right? But I was able to get 2,000 tickets last minute through the Yankees, even though they made it very difficult. We packed out Billy's, which now we are no longer going Billy's just for all the shit that they were doing during the World Series. But we met, like I was inside Billy's when someone came up to me. I don't remember who it was. They're like, Alex, the police is asking for you. So I go outside, and it was the lieutenant. No, it was the chief or the lieutenant or the captain. It was the captain. He's like, hey, are you Alex? He's like, yeah. My lieutenant wants to talk to you. So I go outside, and there's this white. He's like 6 feet 7 inches tall. He's in a gym shorts, old white guy with the beard. And I'm like, who is this guy? He's like, he's the lieutenant of the NYPD. And he goes, your name has been on my board for the past week. He's like, I need you to meet somebody. Mm-hmm. I thought I was gonna get we were gonna get a shit down. I thought I was gonna get a ticket because I didn't have a permit. And then he introduced me to his captain. And he's like, his name's whatever. He's like, he's gonna take care of you. I'm like, okay. Like, how can I help you? He's like, well, what do you want? I'm like, well, what do you mean whatever? He's like, yeah, I'm here to help. What do you want? I'm like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. I need a police escort. We're going to go around the corner. He's like, how long do you want the parade? I was like, I just want to around the corner. He's like, you sure you don't want to go all the way to 50-something street? I'm like, nah, bro, I just want to go around the corner. It's going to be a long parade. He's like, he started making phone calls on the walkie-talkie. Next thing you know, we started on March. I believe it was like 5 o'clock on the dot, bro. There's videos where like,
I seen it.
Thousands of Dodger fans. And they gave me a police escort all around the Bronx into Yankee Stadium, in front of Yankee Stadium. It was the best thing over. But not only that, once you're at the game, I think the Yankees fucked up. They didn't want to sell me 2 tickets. This is my logic. Put me together where you have full control. If there's any issues, Pantone people are over there, right? Instead, they sold me tickets here, throughout the uppers. So it was like 100 people in each section. It was loud. And then to
echo or something
like Oscar Hernandez hit that grand slam, man, the whole stadium was loud. So I think that they shouldn't have done that, now, because obviously I didn't have control. It was a different experience. We weren't all together like in 2016. Yeah. But then hit that grand slam, just put the cherry on top. Like that trip, that's my most memorable. I was talking to my brother yesterday. How are we gonna top that? Taking 10,000 people? I don't know. But it's just one of those things.
Do you think if it ever gets to, let's say, 10,000 tickets, right? You think the teams are going to work with you? You think they're going to be able to do that for you if it got to
knock
that?
on wood.
Right. Yeah.
Knock on wood. 15 years, I've never had a fight. I've never had an incident. Never had anybody kicked out. I've never had any issues. Yeah. I think which is why every team has been able to work with me. At the time, getting started, it was hard. A lot of teams were like, well, why do you need 1,000 tickets? And that's how it started, right? People were like, do you have photos? Do you have videos? Do you have a website? And back in 2013, that's what got me like, I need a website. I need a name. I need a little bit more professional. Once I started showing them videos, they're like, okay. And it's just building that relationship, it's that trust.
Yeah, man. And then also, like, I've noticed your videos are going viral now, too. I know this past season there was that one. You were walking. You were already in the stadium, and you were walking. There was a Yankee fan,
Lucas,
and that fool was like talking crap, and then you were just like, whatever, like
You know what? So I started recording that, right, and I put it on my personal story. Within 2 minutes, I had 200 DMs. I was like, I'm not gonna reply to everybody. I took it down. I'm sitting in the stadium, and something sparked. Just put it on Pantone. That was the first time ever I had ever posted a vulgar video or anybody talking shit or disrespectful. I try to keep it clean.
Right.
That was the first time that I was able to put any sort of video of that caliber. It went viral. We had like 2 point something million views.
Yeah, man, and then
It got reposted. And then I was just like, you know what? Hey, Yankee fans are ruthless, bro. Like, they're fun, but they're ruthless. They talk a lot of smack. And I just started recording like all the interaction, everybody flipping me off. The game 4, man, I have videos where we're drenched in beer, just bad, bro, bad. And I just started posting everything and went viral. And I think I kind of realized people love that. People, and not to talk smack or talk shit, because if you look at the comments, it's not disrespectful. It's just like, it's
part of the culture.
That's the experience.
The experience,
you know?
yeah.
And in New York, throwing beer in your face, bro, talking shit to you, it's part of the culture. Do you do that at Dodger Stadium? You'll get kicked out in 10 seconds.
Right.
In Yankee Stadium, it's just part of it. It's part of it. We embraced it. I loved it. Damn. So, yeah.
And you were there like all the games that were played at Yankee Stadium, right?
Yeah.
How man, because this season was amazing, bro.
It was special, yeah.
You know, it was special, man, and just like I saw it through the lens of, you know, your Pantone 294, and I was like, man, it's got to be a good feeling for you, you know, and you're on the outside, you know. Are you cool with the Dodgers, or because obviously this is a side thing that you're doing, and I think I sent it to you. It was during the season, and it's like, you know, when you're looking at your stories, and then you get like a sponsored story or whatever. And it said, it was from the Dodgers, and it said, would you be interested in traveling with the Dodgers? And I'm like, wait, whoa. Pump your brakes. This is already being done.
Man, I got sent that email like 20 times.
Yeah.
It's something that, we're cool. They're the ones who gave me the tickets for the Dodgers for the World Series. Actually, I'm not going to say who, but someone up there. I only ask for one favor every single time. I only ask for World Series tickets. And I don't get them for free. I just get them at cost, like really, really low cost.
Yeah.
So they gave me tickets for Austin games versus the Astros 2017. I got tickets to home and away against the Boston. Not for COVID. COVID was a little bit different, but for New York, I was able to get tickets through the Dodgers at cost, and it's something that we're cool. If we weren't cool, they wouldn't give me tickets. Here's the thing, though: we're two different businesses. You know, I'm not selling you a ticket to go see the Dodgers play. I'm selling you a ticket to go experience the game on the road, which is different, right? Obviously, with my logo and my branding, I've been able to create my own brand. I don't use the Dodger logo. I don't use the LA logo. Everything that we do, in fact, we don't even cover the Dodgers, right? If you notice my social media, it's not about the Dodgers. We cover the experience of a fan going to go watch a game. That's the brand.
It just happens to be
Dodger
fans, you know. Yeah. Do you ever get any heat from using the name Pantone? Because we know as designers, even when we first started talking, I'm like, Pantone, like, and I even asked you, I said, can we use Pantone in the designs? And you said, no.
They sent me a cease and desist like 6 years ago, so I lawyered up. We changed paperwork, and it just turns out that you can't trademark a color. I don't sell Pantone merch. I sell 294 merch. So I sell Dodger inspired merchandise with the specific blue, but I don't. My shirts, my hats, they don't say Pantone 294, right? Yeah. So I can't use the word Pantone.
Yeah, man, that's that's one of those things.
Here's the thing: once you go legit, there's
so much red tape.
So much red tape. You gotta watch out what you say, what you do, what you make. There's been times where I've done things or said things that I shouldn't have because I'm still learning, right? But I think my legal team, they try to advise me, don't do this, don't do that. I don't think I haven't gotten in trouble. I'd probably gotten like don't do that again. But I try to stay away from that. Again, going back to, are we cool? Yeah, we're cool, but we're just two different businesses. As long as I don't cross their paths, I don't think they're going to cross mine. But going back to the trips, they used to do it back in 2014, 2015. It just didn't work out. I'm always a believer that says that I'm not jealous, or I'm not going to, let's say if you start a group, I'm not going to hate on you. Fuck it, let's do it. Do one, but I'll give you tips. Here's the thing though. For me, it's the experience of Pantone 294 is being able to travel together. We're in LA, there's room for everybody.
And two, like, I feel like, like you guys are like super fans. And it's just, and it shows, and it's you're a super fan. You're
you know what? I don't think I'm a super fan.
Oh, you're not.
I don't think so. To me, a definition of super fan is someone who watches all the game, knows all the stats.
How many games do you go to during the season? Do you
home
games? Yeah, how many home?
3.
Games? 3 home games. So
3.
you travel more.
Yeah,
you
I
go
travel.
away
Here's
games
the thing. I've always said this. Dodger Stadium is beautiful. I think it's the most beautiful stadium in MLB. Experience-wise, probably 20, 28, 29.
Oh, damn.
You know, behind.
Which one would you say is your favorite one? Like
Boston, Chicago. You know, because there's even San Diego. San Diego's probably like top 4. There's things to do, right? Hey, let's go to a game. Fuck it. Let's meet at the bar. Or let's go eat at the restaurant. You hang out. You pregame. You go to the game after we win. Fuck it. Let's go cheers. Let's go have a shot. Let's go celebrate after the game with Dodger Stadium. By the time you're out of the game, by the time out of your parking lot, it's like, let's just go home.
Right.
It's an experience.
It takes forever too, man.
It's an experience. So
right.
The experience of Dodger Stadium, it's not a secret. Everybody knows it kind of sucks. There's a couple bars, but by the time you exit, you go over the hill and you're on Sunset and Vince Scully, you just want to go home.
You're out of there. What do you think about everything that they're doing to the stadium right now? Like,
you know what? Well, I don't think it's gonna affect us in any way. I think for them, it's just the dugouts. Who I'm sure they're doing secret stuff down there. They haven't really been open about it, other than they're doing construction. I don't think we'll ever know. I think it's more for the players and the visiting dugout. So to be honest, I have no idea what they're doing out there. It's just it's something about the clubhouse, expanding it, doing the dugout bar restaurant. I don't know. There's no pictures. There's no renderings.
Experience.
Yeah.
How was the parade for you? Like, have you been? I mean,
I've been to Laker ones.
The
I've been to Laker ones. So I haven't done the Clipper ones, so I don't know. Yeah.
I was telling my boy that you met earlier. I'm 50 years old, right? And I saw that it was. I've lived 66% of my life already, right? So it got me thinking too, like, fuck, man, 66%. Like, I'm getting up there, and here I am, like, am I ever gonna see the fucking Clippers win, man?
No.
I don't think so, man.
We have Luka, so at least another 10 years.
Yeah, what do you think about that trade?
You know what? There's a lot of conspiracy theories. Obviously, the owners don't care about the fans. It's for you gotta understand, when it's sports, is business, bro. It's not what you want. It's what's gonna make more money.
Right.
And for them, obviously, the owner, she comes from a family that owns hotels in Vegas. So I believe she wanted to build a hotel near the stadium. They said no, so she's like, "Fuck it, all right, cool. I'm gonna go to Vegas." That's
probably the team to Vegas. Or something,
you know what? It makes no sense. When I saw it I was on TikTok when I saw it, I'm like, it's not true. And then notification on ESPN, on Bleacher Report is like, oh crap, damn, we got Luka. So it's just one of those things that it's so hard to believe that we have Luka. That's like us trading Shohei Ohtani for another player, right?
Yeah.
Why? It makes no sense.
It makes no sense. AD got hurt right away.
The first game, no one touched him.
It was all
It
bad.
worked out for us.
It worked out for you guys, yeah, man. How far do you think the Lakers are going to go this year?
We'll make playoffs. Maybe Western Conference Finals. I don't think we're a championship
because they've been playing
team.
pretty good lately.
Boston has a good team, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, Boston.
We won 10 out of 11.
Yeah.
So adding Luke, obviously, we still need a center. So we'll see.
Yeah, man.
I think it's just a building process. Like LeBron's out.
He's on his way out.
So Luka's now the star. Now you build around Luka.
That was such a smart move for them, man. Like, they got Luka for another 10, 12, 13, 14, 15 years, man. The face of, like, the NBA. You know what I mean?
Now he has to win a championship, though.
Yeah, he does. Do you go to Laker games?
Yeah, of course. It's a little bit harder, right? There's only 41 games throughout the season. Laker games is different, though. It's just the tickets are expensive. So I want to say 3 years ago, I started experiencing the sweet life. If you're going to pay $100, 120 to sit in 300s, where the real fans are, right? Because that's usually where we sit. Or pay $50 more and go down suite. Go to a suite, bro. Like, the suite experience is just something else.
Wait. So you're saying you're paying
tickets are like $150 nosebleeds.
Okay. But spend an extra $50 or so, and then you have a seat in a suite.
Correct.
Oh, okay. But you have to have a
connection.
You
gotta know.
You gotta know people.
Because
other than that,
you gotta have a plug. Yeah.
But I know, like, for you, like, I've seen the way you move, bro, and you're, like, all over the place, man. Like, you're so fucking busy, bro.
So that's something I want to change, bro. Right? So people always think I'm busy, and yeah, you're right. I'm always traveling. I'm always just always out. Right? 80% of the time, I'm home. So a lot of people, I don't get invited to places. I don't get invited to dinner or to the games. Oh, we just didn't invite you because I thought you were busy. Well, yeah, I am busy, but I'm gonna be. I was busy yesterday. I'm busy right now. I'm gonna be busy tomorrow. But invite me. I'll make time.
Right. And that's why too. Like I wanted to have you on season 1. But I was like, this fool's so goddamn busy.
But you asked me, right?
But
it's easy, bro. If you ask me, give me a date. Hold on. You know,
that's what I'm saying.
Swipe.
Yeah.
Here, click calendar.
Right.
Oh shit, it's
easy. And that's. But our mentality when it comes to busy people is like
they're always busy.
They're always busy, man. Like, and so I'm like that. Even when I text you this past week, and I was like, hey, bro, you're coming up. Here's some dates, whether it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, whatever. And you're like, no, man, let's leave it for Saturday. I already got it.
It's locked in my calendar.
So I was like,
so I get that a lot, bro. And I struggle. It's like, how come I didn't invite? For Super Bowl? Ask me how many people invited me to a Super Bowl party.
3.
0. And then one of my brothers is like, he hosted a party. I'm like, bro, I didn't get an invite. He's like, I just thought you were busy, and like it wasn't even me. It was Liz's friend. I'm like, bro, like. Man, I'm always gonna be busy, right?
Watching it by yourself.
No, I actually have. I was with neighbors. I was with the neighbors.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. You live in L.A., right?
I live in the Arches.
Yeah. Where? In
the Arches.
Oh, the Arches.
Kind of like next to downtown.
Yeah.
But I'm from I'm from Honey Park.
Oh, okay.
HP.
And did you play? You said I know you said soccer. Did you play baseball too?
No, no. Soccer was my sport.
Is baseball your favorite sport?
No.
Oh shit.
Soccer.
Oh,
soccer. Just growing up Latino, just soccer. I've been to the past 3 World Cups. So it's one of those things that like.
Oh, you went to?
I was in Qatar.
Qatar?
Yeah, I was in Qatar. I was there for 3 weeks.
How crazy was that? Because I heard that there was like a bunch of like rules, like you couldn't. Could you drink over there? I don't think you could drink, right?
Yes or no?
Oh.
Yes. You can't. No, I'm sorry. No, you can't drink because it's a Muslim country. But there was alcohol.
Yeah. Damn.
Just knowing the right people.
How many places have you been? Like in the United States, how many states have you visited?
I think I've been to every single major city in the U.S. except where do I have New Orleans and Nashville. Other than that, I think I've been to every single major city in the U.S.
Damn, that's what's up. This coming season, right, for Pantone, how many trips do you have booked?
We have like 12 trips, and believe it or not, half of them are sold out. Season hasn't even started, and we sold out Japan, we sold out Boston, we sold out Chicago.
And when you say sold out, you sold out the actual going to the game.
Yeah.
Right?
Hotels too, everything.
Everything. So when people, because I know you offer a la carte, but almost everybody is ordering everything.
I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example, right? So Boston's not till July. Boston sold out back in December, and we had 900 tickets, and we had like 100 rooms. I can't get no more rooms. I can't get no more tickets. Sold out.
Damn. So you're working way ahead. You're working.
I work almost 10 months in advance. And that's the problem. There's a lot of people that don't understand this. A lot of people think that. You just get tickets and then people want refunds because they can't make. I'm sorry, there's no refund. We take that risk. A lot of people don't know that we upfront all the money. Give you an example. Boston's not till July. I paid $167,000. Chicago is not till April. I paid it was like $120,000. The Padres was like almost $90,000 just because I get less tickets for the Padres. What else? All these trips where you upfront all the money. I'm like at $400,000 right now, and people don't know that I don't see that money until like 8 months later. It's one of those things that my business model is kind of just you make the money almost a year later. And it's like, so it's my job as a CEO to allocate money so that all the employees get paid, all the bills get paid, all the invoices, everything that we got to pay monthly. You still got to, even if there's no game, for example. As far as trips, I haven't made money from September till now. There's no trips going on, right? But that money that I'm making now is for 2025. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's one of those things that a lot of people don't know, that we upfront all the money and we take the risk. Because once you buy the tickets, you can't take them back. You can't be like, hey, Padres, I only sold 300 out of 500. Here's 200 back. You're stuck with them. And people don't know this. You can't resell them. At least I can't. I can't resell the tickets on StubHub or Game Time or SeatGeek or
And why is that? Why
because the reason they gave me such the part of the deal is, all right, we'll give you X amount of tickets, but you got to sell them, right? Because I promised them, hey, I'm not a ticket seller, I'm not a reseller, I'm not a scalper, I sell packages, so I got to stick to that.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, that makes sense. So, I know I've only known you a couple years, but man, like I know we've done a lot of work together. I don't know, my brand Retro Kings is built on like 5 elements, right? And when I created this show, I wanted to bring in people to shine a light on you guys, but I also wanted, I want to see where they're at in regards to these elements that make up my brand. So I'm going to ask you a series of questions in regards to these elements.
Go for it.
And then I just want to see where you're at and just kind of get to know you a little bit better, right? The first one is movies, right? When I go to design, a lot of times I get inspiration from obviously Scarface, gangster movies, or, sports movies, whatever. Which is the one movie for you that does it, that every time, whether it's an old movie and if it's on TV, you're like, shit, I got to watch it because it's, it's your favorite movie. And why is that?
Oh, man, I think it's an easy one. Speed. Everybody knows I love Speed. I could watch that over and over, and it kind of resigns. It's going back to, I'm from LA. I'm proud of being from LA. Even though I love LA, I always got to leave LA for the weekend or one weekend out of a month. I have to just go out and travel the world. But I think with Speed, it kind of just is one of the first movies that my mom took me to go watch at a movie theater. Growing up, back then we didn't have a lot of money. So I was actually supposed to go see Jurassic Park. No, it wasn't Jurassic Park. It was the Flintstones movie. It sold out. Because back then, remember, there's no social media. You had to go to tickets and try to get tickets. So it was sold out. And my mom was like, oh, let's go watch a Speed. All right, cool. Let's go. And I loved it. And it's been my favorite movie. And not only that, it takes place in LA. It's like Santa Monica. And then you're on the 101 with the 105 when it was being built. So it kind of like just kind of stuck with me. Yeah. It's one of those things that I could just watch it over and over and over. And I never get tired of it.
Man. Speaking of LA too, man, what do you think about these fires, bro? That like.
Oh, man, it's just crazy. Look, I know two people.
And I know you were living, you live close by. It
was people that don't live within the LA downtown radius. Like that Wednesday, the next morning, bro, the sky was black. Mm-hmm. You couldn't breathe. Like it was like I made the mistake of leaving one of my windows open overnight. I had like black mocos, like boogers, bro. Like it was bad. Yeah. And a lot of people don't see the reality of the seriousness of it. It was, you have 2 different demographics, right? Well, who cares about the rich people and parasites? But then the Altadena, man, I think I was able to relate a little bit more. I know 2 people who lost houses, and it's not fake. Who gives a fuck if it's a conspiracy theory? They still lost the house. Like if you go to Pasadena, you go on that street, bro, everything's burned down. It's crazy. It could have been worse. And then you have, it was, the elections and the president and like Gavin Newsom. Yeah, doesn't matter who gives a fuck. Like people's lives, and let's assume you own a house for $1 million. And you have insurance. You're not getting $1 million, bro. You're getting $300,000 because that's what it takes for you to build the house. Mm-hmm. You still lose everything, and people don't see it that way. It's
sucks.
Like,
you're paying on that $1 million fucking policy, but you're only gonna get this much. Shit, man. All right, moving on. Athletics, right? When it comes to sports, I know you're a big Kobe fan, and I know like that's why too. When I was setting up season 3, I was like, I got to get you on here on episode number 24. Like, what did Kobe mean to you? Are you how old are you?
38.
38. So you're
I grew up during the Kobe. I grew his rookie year, 96. Was 98 was a lockout. 98 was a lockout. 99, I remember seeing Kobe miss 3. A lot of people don't know that. Kobe missed 3 3-pointers, air balls against Utah in the Western Conference Finals.
Oh, yeah.
And, like just growing up, I think that's when I became like a hardcore Laker fan. Like back in high school, everybody knows this. I used to only wear Laker jerseys and basketball shorts. Every day. Yeah. I was known for that, right? So I was a bigger Laker fan back then. And just growing up with Kobe, it's nowadays the whole you get a trash can, Kobe, right? Everybody does it, right? Mm-hmm. It's not something that, you kind of stole my idea. Everybody does it. I still do. It's one of those things that Kobe united the city. It helped that they won the championships. He won 5. I think if he wouldn't have won those championships, it would have been different. But I think, bringing the city together, winning those championships, the back-to-back-to-back, the first three, and then winning one without Shaq against Magic, and then beating finally the Celtics for that fifth ring. It's Kobe. Kobe is LA. I think everything that signifies LA, you're able to relate to Kobe. Everything's Kobe related. You go to downtown or in the Arts District, man, there's like 50 murals of Kobe just all around the city. And guess what? None of them are tagged up. Right? They're all still intact.
That's when you know.
You gotta respect. Yeah.
Do you remember where you were at when you heard the news about Kobe?
It was a Sunday. It was like 8:45 in the morning. I was in the living room with my daughter, and someone posted it, and I was like, nah. TMZ, there's nothing there. Twitter, there's nothing there. I want to say I was one of the first ones to like hear about it because none of my friends had posted it. There's nothing on Twitter.
No one's hitting you up.
Nothing, right? So I posted it on my Instagram. Is this real? And everybody, man, I got like 1,000 comments within 2 minutes. And that's what started it. And then I was just on the floor. Fox News, CNN, Channel 7, NBC, KCAL9, ESPN, NBA TV, Twitter, nada for like a good maybe 2-3 hours. And then that's when like the news started coming up, It was a Sunday, I remember.
Yeah, no, I remember too. Yeah, we were on vacation.
I was on TV the whole day.
Yeah, we were hiking, bro. We were in Lake Arrowhead. And
it just kept getting worse.
Yeah, bro.
And it's like now the daughters, and then it's like 8 people.
And like other players, and it was all bad, bro. All right, moving along. Music, right? Say you play for the Dodgers. And I don't know, do they come out to the same song?
I think they get to choose and pick.
Right.
Yeah, but it's usually the same one.
What are you coming out to? Opening day.
Oh, man.
You play for the Dodgers.
Here's something a lot of people don't know about me. I didn't learn English. I was 13 years old. I was born in LA. Growing up, I grew up in Hernia Park where it's Spanish everything. Classes were in Spanish. So even now, if you get in my car, it's only Spanish music.
Oh, damn.
If I do my ABCs or my 1, 2, 3s in my head, I say it in Spanish. So it would have to be a Spanish music. It would probably have to be something Don Omar or Tego Calderon.
Okay.
I don't have a specific song, but it's one of them.
If you played for the Dodgers, what position would you play?
I'd be a shortstop because I'm short. My favorite player is Rafael Furcal. He's a shortstop for the Dodgers. So, and I liked him. Cesar Isturiz too, and that's why I like Dave Roberts because I'm a short king, right? So like you got to stick with my guys, and like I just saw him that if Rafael Furcal could do, I think he was like 5'6", 5'7", kind of my height. Like if he could do it, I could do it, right? So he was my favorite player growing up. So I think I'd be that shortstop.
Who's been your all-time favorite Dodger player?
It's got to be King Kersh. Kersh, I think our football was Charles Woodson. Basketball was Kobe.
Damn, Charles Woodson for me too.
Yeah, so it's, him and Kobe, class of 96, when he won the Heisman for Michigan. Yeah. For me, it'd be probably Kershaw. I think you can, even if you're a Giants fan, you got to respect what Kershaw did for the game. Right? He's been with us.
He's coming up on a milestone, right?
He's like 32 or 30-something strikes away from 3,000, which is probably going to be the last time we see anybody do it. Yeah. Now, the game has evolved where they go to a 5-game rotation, and now they're on pitch counts where, like, you can only pitch 70 pitches. That. It's going to be hard for any other pitcher to do that.
All right, man, let's move along. Business. Say it's someone that's watching this podcast, listening to this podcast, and they want to start a business. What's one piece of advice that you can give them so they can continue with their grind on becoming an entrepreneur? Patience.
So Pantone, a lot of people see Pantone like, oh my God, it's Pantone, it's so big. I know it's big, but in my head it's not. I know where I want to take it. I know what I want to do with it. And the first 7 years, every single dollar I made, I invested it back into the group. It wasn't until year 7 that I started making money, real money. So a lot of people think that you start a business, you're going to start making money right away. It took me 7 years just to be able to like, all right, I'm making money now.
And even then, like 7 years, because sometimes
it's
10,
patient.
15
people.
years, yeah.
I'll give you an example. We own a sports shop in East LA where we sell hats, we do custom jerseys. They actually manufacture all of our items for Pantone. They're our manufacturer, you say. We're in year 2.5, year 3. We're breaking even. We're not profitable. I mean, we're paying the bills, we're paying rent, we're paying all that. But it's going to take another 3-4 years for us to be profitable. And that's where people think that businesses are easy. People think that, I'm going to start a business and I'm going to start making money. Right. But once you go legit, bro, you got to pay taxes and then the state tax, federal tax,
no
and
joke
this.
Right there.
And it's one of those things that now
in
you
California and in California.
And then you get taxed for everything. So a lot of people don't see that. But my advice is always patience. Nothing's easy. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it, right? It's just once you start, you can't stop. And even if you're like, I'm not doing good, keep going. And even if you're like negative 600 in your bank account, keep going because it's going to happen. You just got to push through it. The hardest part is just going over the hill. Once you go over the hill, smooth sailing.
Oh, there you go. Last one here, right? Art and design. I know we go back and forth. You know, you got your ideas. You hit me up, and then here I go. What's one design, because I know you do a lot of merch now. Is there one design that you're like, damn, this design is so dope? You know, where it's just so universal and iconic, where you could just keep using from here on till the end of Pantone.
I think, I guess I could go with this out, right? I think me and you went back and forth for this for months. You know, I obviously just trying to not interlock with the trademark for the Dodgers, right? It's an L and an A. I wanted to come.
And a lot of people don't know that.
Yeah,
a lot of people that design.
There's a lot, bro.
They don't know that you can't use the,
even if it's a different font, you can't use it, right?
You can't interlock the L to
the trademark is not the LA. The trademark is the L interlocked with the A, which means you can't interlock it, right? So obviously Pantone's big, right? We have eyes everywhere. I wanted to come up with something that was unique to the city, to LA, that represented LA, but it wasn't interlocked. And we went back and forth for months.
That was one of our most time-consuming projects. And
it
looked so simple.
And you know what? And I didn't like it.
I think you told me that.
I told you, I was like, bro, I don't like it. And you're like, trust the process. You remember you say that a lot, trust the process. Yeah. I didn't like it, so I put it on a hat, got it embroidered, and it wasn't until I had one of my employees wear it, I was like, oh shit, it looks dope. And then we ran with it. We've had the design for maybe 10 months. Mm-hmm. Man, we've had Mookie Betts wear it.
That's what I was going to say.
Joe Kelly, Banda, Tosca Hernandez, couple pictures. Like, half the team have worn it, right? And it's one of those things that at first I didn't like it. Yeah, I think I was very straight up, but I don't like it, bro. And it fucking grew on me. And it's like, it's one of those things that, like, man, we're selling hats left and right, right.
Hey, yo, this one's dope right here too, bro. I got to say, like, this is the new one.
It's an homage to the championship trophy.
Yes, sir. That's what's up. Well, shit, man. That concludes the. And you know what's crazy, man? I was looking at all the different elements, right? And it's like movies, art, music, business, and athletics, and that spells Mamba, bro. So it's perfect that I thought about this during this episode. Moving on, bro. I know you're into other things. What are the other business ventures of yours?
Well, we own a sports shop, obviously, so that's the one in East LA. I do have another venture business with another business partner where we have a body shop. I don't really promote it because it's just we're so busy we don't need to promote it. Then I have other partners where we do have suites. You know, I have a friend who owns suites everywhere, and pretty much kind of like hospitality, right? I've been able to network with a lot of people, so it's one of those things that we have those VIP clients that don't want to sit in the top; they want the VIP, the suites, right? Currently I've been working on this for a tequila brand for the past 4 years. It's something that it's hard. You know, we partnered up with the right people over in Jalisco and San Julian. It's one of those things where we went to Guadalajara, we saw the fields, we saw the crops, we saw the agave, we saw the plant with the distilleries, and it's like, it's no joke. There's a lot of tequila brands out there. Yeah. But they're like shitty tequila. Once you start knowing the process and the aging and what goes in it, anybody can make a tequila. But if you want to do a good tequila, it takes time. So we're still working on that. Se va a llamar Diamantre. Diamantre. Because there's 3 owners, so it's Diamantre Tequila.
Oh, okay. And when do you think this is going to be available?
8 months, 9 months. Okay. It's something that we're currently in the paperwork process because you got to get permits in Mexico and the U.S. You got to file there, you got to file here, and then it's just figuring out. And there's tax for everything.
Now, how do you think the import
And that's the hardest part. That's the hardest part.
Like,
that's the hardest part.
especially now.
That's what we're dealing with right now. Trying to figure out a distributor that's going to give us that low cost, because 30% here, 30% then, 30%. At the end of the day, it's like we're making 30 cents a bottle. Right. It's not worth it, right? So you got to, that's the hardest part that we're dealing right now. And then the last one there's two other businesses. One, I can't share just because me and my partners own a business that no one knows. We own everybody knows about the brand, the item, or whatever service you want to I'm just going to throw it out there of the company. Everybody loves the company, but no one knows we own it. So we're keeping it that way. We're keeping it that way. It's one of those things that it's hush hush. There's only 3 people I know, so I'm going to keep it that way. But the last one's currently working on a bar. I've been strongly working on that bar for the past 6 months, and I'm not a bar owner, I'm not a restaurant owner, but learning the process of what it takes to open up a bar, it's crazy. It's not just I'm just gonna open up a bar and here it is.
Where
right?
at?
It's got to be in LA. So that's the deal I'm working with. There's 3 locations right now. One of them we actually submitted a LOI, letter of intent. So it's just one of those things that rents like $27,000. That's just rent, but that's not employees, insurance, all that stuff.
How many employees you got, bro?
It's probably like 12.
Okay.
12. Half of them are, you say, part-time. 6 of them are part-time, and then the other 6 are kind of like contractors or 1099s.
That's what's up.
It's a whole team. It takes Pantone a lot. But give me a year. I'll have a bar in a year.
Yeah, man. That's what's up, man. Well, look, I appreciate the work. Like, I've done a lot of work for you, a lot of artwork. And I see it's so dope to me, like seeing it wherever you guys travel, whether it's Japan, South Korea, whether you guys are in New York, and then the flags, the T-shirts, the hats, everything, right? It's just so dope to see that.
We're just starting.
No, and
we're just because we talk a lot.
You told me
we're just starting,
especially
bro.
when you got the whole deal with the MLBPA.
We didn't even talk about that.
Yeah, like. We're just starting, and I can see it. I mean, I can see it, man. I can see it. Where do you see Pantone in 5 years?
I don't know. I always have people ask me that, and you even sent the question ahead of time. It's like, I don't know. It's like things are moving so fast that I'm thinking here, it's 3 years away. Something happens. I meet somebody. Oh shit! I got sped up to 6 months. I don't even think I'm thinking that far away. I think a year out. And again, as I've grown, as I started putting myself more out there on social media, the opportunity of networking, it's not what you know, it's not what I'm going to do. It's who I know. It's who you know.
That's what's up, man. One last segment, right, of the show. Every time, I've been in business over 20 years, the T-shirt business, I design and T-shirt business. People would have, everybody has questions, right? So I was like, let me add that to my show, So this is that time. We like to call it Ayo Ness. Like, Ayo Ness, let's what's up with this? So this is your opportunity to ask me a question, and I'll answer it as truthfully as I can.
I think I have one. So like obviously my first business was silk screening. I was 14 years old and started making shirts, right? I guess one of the questions I would have for you is, how does it feel like when everybody bootlegs your shit?
So I used to be pissed. I used to get pissed because I'm like, damn, they're taking money from me. Yeah. They're taking money from me. But then I flipped it, now it makes me feel good. Unless, and I'm going to give you an example. A couple years ago, we were in Arkansas we got some family out there. We went out there. And we went to the mall to pick something up, and I seen a store. It's Hibbett Sports. They got like 1,500 stores nationwide, right? And walking into the store, the first thing I told my son, my son designs too, and I told him, I said, man, like my stuff needs to be in the store, right? And we get to the store, we go to the back where all the T-shirts are at, and they have 2 of my shirts in there, and they're fucking bootlegs, bro, right? And I look at the brand, and I'm like, fuck is like what is Nocturnal? So I'm like,
I know who that brand is. They're known.
Yeah. And that hurt, bro, because I'm like, damn,
it's like work.
Like it's my work, and instead of them like hitting me up like, hey, let's work, it's 1,500 stores, bro. I'm thinking, damn, that's a lot of shirts, right?
Six shirts a store.
Yeah, but I see my stuff at the swap meets. they kind of.
There's nothing you can do now.
There's nothing you can do, bro. There's nothing I can do. But
and you can't even trademark it because people say just trademark your designs.
You can't, bro. And then they think it's that easy where you pay $10 to trade. No, even if it's an actual design that you can trademark, it's gonna cost you at least $1,500. You know,
and it's gonna take a year.
And it's gonna take so long to do it.
It's about a year. Yeah.
So yeah, now, bro, I don't really trip on it. I design something and then I move on to the next thing that I'm thinking about. I don't dwell in the past. They're making money off my designs, and that's it. And I just it puts something in me, like saying like, damn, I must be doing something right that these fools want to bootleg this shit, And I'm sure you've seen it with your stuff, where we design something and then right away
it's on Etsy.
It's on Etsy, bro. Like, yeah, and you're like, what the hell, man?
And they're quick, bro.
Like they don't mess around. But I just, you just gotta keep moving forward, keep coming up with new stuff for them to bootleg, and that's it, But we're coming towards the end. I want to appreciate you again. I know you had to make that crazy ass drive.
Just for the record, it's 3 hours. It took me 3 hours through the national forest. That shit was
that shit is crazy, bro. It would have taken an hour.
Dinner on you though, right?
Yeah, man. Well, thank you very much. But before we go, it's your opportunity. Let them know your socials, man. They want to follow you. They want to get a hold of you.
Yeah, cool.
Go ahead, man. It's all yours.
Yeah, for those that don't know me, this is Alex, obviously. My Instagram, it's easy. It's Alex UUR. And that's my Instagram, my Facebook, my Snapchat, my Twitter, my own everything's ALEXUUR. And if you want to follow the brand, it's Pantone 294. It's PANTONE 294 across all social media boards.
Yeah, man. So on his personal, he gives you a lot of behind the scenes. So follow both pages, and you'll see, man, this dude is doing big things. And I can't wait, man. I can't wait for this season, bro. It's going to be dope.
Thanks for having me, bro.
All right, man. Thank you, brother. Peace.